It would be inaccurate to say that some good things didn't happen. Some academic skills were passed along, some life skills were passed along. We always tried. The kids could seem to tell we were trying. For those that it could make a difference to, it did. For those that it couldn't make a difference to. And then they tended to be more short-sighted. They just saw us as the people that were punishing them or keeping them from doing whatever it was that they really wanted to do. But my first year I was actually as a teacher when I finally passed all the classes and passed all the certification tests and everything, which were very easy since I'd just been to school. It was easy enough. They were short answer, essay answer questions, some of them. So they weren't pushover. You had to know something to be able to pass those tests. Unfortunately, you didn't have to know anything about being in a classroom. You only learn that when you're actually in the classroom. And since I was already an assistant in the classroom, I didn't have to do student teaching or all of my practicum. Although I did some practicum there in the UCO Child Study Lab. And I saw some amazing things. There was this one teacher there who took a kid who got overwhelmed when we said, pick up your pencil. It was more than the child could figure out. Or coming from us, it was more than the child could figure out. Or the way we phrased it, it was more than the child could figure out. But she could sit down with the child and find a way to time her request, her other actions, just so the child was relaxed enough. So when she said, pick up your pencil, the child was able to. And I watched this and I thought, what was different from what I did and what she did? And she listened a lot. She was on the kids' time schedule, not hers. She didn't care what we were thinking of her. She was only thinking about what the kid was thinking of her. That helped. And she knew just how disabled this kid was. She knew just how low the child was. And it took them a little while to kind of focus in on your voice. And all sorts of little things like that you just kind of pick up intuitively as you work with kids. And they're all different. Some you gotta talk fast, some you gotta talk slow. It's an art, it's not a science. You differentiate instruction. I learned that from that teacher, and I watched her do it, and I copied it. And she said, well, you don't need my class anymore, we'll just sign you off for those hours. And I said, thank you very much, because it saved me a lot of money. And I probably knew as much as I needed to know anyway. There was another teacher there, a full professor, cool guy, wore a black leather jacket, rode a Harley. He was the one who was the main teacher for my class in how to teach emotionally disturbed students. And he had never done this in his life, hadn't bothered to read how you do it, so he just sat around and talked about what a crappy job it was. And he said, oh, well, you use token economies, and, you know, you'll use your level system, but he wouldn't show us how to do it. It was very frustrating. very frustrating. And he brought in this one advertisement that somebody had sent to come to a seminar. And it said, he's in your class. He's your responsibility. What are you going to do? And it showed a kid going, yeah. And I went, oh, so this is your responsibility? What are you going to do? We don't know. We were hoping you could tell us. He went, oh, well, I think it's his responsibility still. I mean, I don't think he can really, just because he's got this disability, you can't say that he's not responsible for his behavior. Yeah, that's pretty much what it means. It means he's counting on us to help him, and we're counting on you to help us help him, and you know nothing. Oh, he was bad. He was really bad. I was a pretty cynical student by that point. Interesting, I still stayed in teaching. I would walk out of class when this one teacher would start to just ramble on. And I would go out and I would go to the bathroom, which is down the hall. Then I'd come back and I'd stand outside and just kind of stretch and kind of listen with one ear. And when he was finally getting back on topic, then I'd go in and I'd sit down. Never caught on. I walked with him once, near retirement. And he said, I'd get more information out of them, and talk about the book more, but they never pay attention. It's only when I tell stories that they pay attention. Didn't notice me walking out? Yeah, I just thought you had some kind of irritable bowel. So, college was useless. One teacher screamed and yelled at the class and said, well, you did it to me, so I did it back to you. I'm like, is that how you want us to take care of our classrooms? And she went, no. You're supposed to do it the right way. And I went, lost my studio space.